Welcome back, everybody. So for round two, we are going to have Nick, the last Spartan himself, on Keruga turns tonight. And we're going to have George on Burn again. We're going to see back-to-back George matches. Not sure where George is, but we are going to go find him, alright? Um, so that being said, see if we can hear him out there.
Anyone seen George? George?
Oh yeah, give it the best one. Here he comes.
Alright, I think I hear him say, "Here George comes. Watch out, here he comes." Alright, so Keruga turns. It is a fun deck. Basically uses Fires of Invention to cheat your turn spells. And you run 3 Fairy to slow them down. And you run Big Chandra in order to duplicate and copy your turn spells. Really nice. And then Burn, as we just saw, is just quick and aggressive. Keruga is his companion, and what that means is his starting deck can only contain cards with mana value 3 or greater and lands. Swinging in with a Swift Spear, down 19. Fetch. What you gonna do, Nick? He's going to Gone the Swift Spear. So Dead is a 1 red instant, and Gone is a red and 2 instant. That makes the total CMC of this card 4 mana. That's why he's able to play it and Keruga. And Dead deals 2 damage to target creature, or Gone returns target creature you don't control to its owner's hand. So he just deaded it here, dealt 2 damage to the Swift Spear. Alright, George suspended a Lava Spike. Or suspended a Rift Bolt, sorry, and cast a Lava Spike. Triome pass. Burn may be a little too quick for Keruga turns. Just a little bit. And that was a Rift Bolt, Lightning Bolt, Skewer the Critics. Nick's down to 4. What you gonna do, George? Do you have a Boros Charm? George drew a land. Sunbait Canyon, he can crack that for a redraw. See if he draws that Boros Charm. I don't know why George lost a life there, but he did. Alright, Nick, can you stabilize at 4, buddy? Four mana. Is this fires? It's not fires. He has Fires of Invention in hand. Keruga to hand. Yeah. Nick, I'd be worried to play that just in case he has Searing Blaze. You can't go to 3, Nick. You can't do it, buddy. Hello, John Is It? Welcome to chat. Nice to see you, my friend. How are you this evening? How was your Friday? Alright. So, Nick is living dangerously at 1 life against a burn deck. Double fires. Why double fires? Oh, are you going to Cincinnati tomorrow to play in the team event that Star City's putting on? I was wanting to do it myself, but was unable to due to work. So, pardon me. Oh, a Canadian event. All right, right on. Well, thanks for joining in on the a stream from good old West by God, Virginia, down here in the States. Yeah, so I personally, I am a Boros Stoneblade player in Modern. So me personally, I would lean towards Mono White Hammer, but that's just me personally. And then Is It Murktide? One of my all-time favorite decks. I say that without even playing it, but I love all the interaction that Murktide actually has. You know, out of the big decks, I truly feel like Murktide is one of the more fair decks in the format right now. But I mean, your name is John Is It? So maybe you go with Is It Merc? I mean, Ragavans, Murktides, DRCs, and Baubles seem really good. But also, you know, just Steel Shaper's Gift Hammer also seems great. So I see you are a first-time chatter. Are you first time into this stream, or how'd you find the stream, my guy? We are going to be going into game 2 here of round 2. All right, right on, John. Well, welcome to the stream. In between rounds, I do try to do different things, just to not have as much dead air as possible. A lot of times we talk about our home shop or we talk about events coming up. Um, Depending on what happens, I may be able to bring a player in here to talk. Depends on how much time we got. So try to keep the stream as enjoyable as possible so there's not a whole lot of dead air. We've also worked with a music. We worked with a musician and had permission from him to use his music in between just to give you something to listen to. His name is Philip Bowen. You can come check him out on anywhere that you stream music. He's a local West Virginian, and he actually was just on America's Got Talent. He was the second performer of the season. I think 18. What do you call it? The first episode of the season. Yeah. So try to keep you guys engaged. We are a small stream. We're always competing with like Young Dingo at the time or like Apex Gaming. But try to make it a quality stream best we can with what we got. But yeah, man, if Is It Your Baby, I do think you just go straight into playing Murktide tomorrow. Like, if it's your baby, you dance with what brought you somewhere. And if Is It has brought you a lot of good luck and magic, might as well keep going with it. Alright, so was unable to see what that Goblin God revealed just due to the position of the camera here. I may go out there in between rounds and adjust the camera a bit just so you guys are able to see the full board. We had it earlier, but I think the camera has dropped down a little bit since then. Some people have been out there and moved things on the table. Like I said, not the biggest channel, but we provide you with the best content that we are able to. If you like it, you can also follow us and subscribe for free on YouTube. Usually about Wednesday, I get the uploads done and edited and stuff of the FNMs. And you can check the playlist out there and rewatch anything. Nick himself. So Nick is actually the owner of this channel. He is the Spartan. I'm just the man behind the camera. The YouTube channel is going to be the exact same, TH3 Last Spartan MTG. But it's his channel, and he was a really big Murktide player and Blue Moon player. So if you actually go back on the YouTube, you will see all kinds of Blue Moon and Murktide videos, probably back around October, November of last year. Then he kind of shifted into Rhinos, and then here lately he's been playing turns. Alright, Sanctifier on Vec. That is a nifty card that George would bring in here. Pro red, pro black. Whenever it enters, exile all red and black. I believe it's just cards from the graveyard. And then anytime a red or black permanent would enter the grave, it goes exile instead. But at the end of the day, it is a 2/2 pro black, pro red beater. Yeah, man. So we have a few people here who absolutely love Legacy, and we've been trying to, fire a Legacy FNM about once a month. It's just hard, Legacy, unless you're playing like Death Shadow or like Legacy Burn, it's really hard to get into just because the cost of duels right now, they've shot up tremendously. So we do have some interest in it, but our area, it's all modern all the time, it feels like. I personally am a big Pioneer fan. As far as formats go, believe it or not, Pauper is my favorite format. Alright. I love Pauper. Pauper is like Legacy Light, and I love it. God, I love Pauper. Play elves, man. do some busted stuff with some commons. Feels great. Alright, George, what you got, buddy? You got him at 13. Arid Mesa. Alright, so Lightning Bolt, Skewer the Critics down to 7. 2 Prowess triggers. And that is... he's going to go down to 2. George is going to fetch. Basic Mountain, you got a Bolt. He suspended a Rift Bolt, so Nick has 1 turn here. Alright, Fires of Invention. Savor the moment. He is going to take an extra turn, and he will not untap. So he's going to draw. Can you pull it off, Nick? He's got time spells. He just needed a land. All he had to do was draw a land. Wait. Oh yeah, he doesn't have anything to deal with the creatures. And the Leyline was uncastable. I mean, it was castable, but he didn't have a way to deal with the creatures. Alright, y'all. So, that's going to be George so far with a 2-0-4-0 on the night. May try to see if I can work something out to where we get like table 2, just so you know it's not burn all 4 rounds. I'm also going to go out there and mess with that camera real quick. I won't be gone too long. Like I said, I'm going to come back and do a little interaction with y'all, just because we do have a few people in here. And that being said, enjoy this music from Philip Bowen.